Badussy. I hate every bit of this.
I do not want to choke in her Badussy.
And the worst part is you got those fucking Disney Plus shit, and then you got fucking all that other Phase 4 shit in the fucking Marvel logo that time. That's disgusting.
What is the responsibility of those with power?
They have none. There is no responsibility. It is what is the accountability of those with power. Responsibility is something that is assumed for other people upon those with accountability. Accountability is what is pushed or accepted upon those with power for those whom they are made responsible. That is why I am responsible for my young ward, as in ward of the state, and my young ward is accountable to me. It's literally just grief and booze. Bitch, that's a black household experience. Toughen up. So you had to face Carrie Ann Moss lesbian ass against your pseudo-lesbian ass. You are literally going to not care about what's legal. You're going to try and convict. And only ever stay away from whatever legal guards are necessary to ensure that the case is not thrown out in a mistrial.
Of innocent people. They did this because
It's not wordy, stupid man that is put into this scene to represent the misogynistic everyman that supposedly needs to be knocked down a peg. It's not wordy. It's actually very poignant. The problem is that this speech also is not necessary for the kind of exclosure on, in this case, the kind of abuse case that you would see of basic racketeering charges and insider trading with the stock market.
But today, you, the jury.
Technically, it's not the power that shielded them, it's the corruption that the power granted them the ability to abuse. Me having the power to abuse my power is not what gives me the power to do that. Because a person who just operates and does their job as intended can literally say, bitch, no, I'm calling the board. This bitch just tried to fucking solicit me. Really? He did? He did! Okay, we're gonna disbar that bitch right the fuck now! There's a chain of command here. What the power allows me to do is to put my hand on your shoulder and say, but do you really want to make that call? I got $5,000 with your name on it. Come on, just look the other way just once. Come on, just once. It's me, baby. Come on.
You aren't aware of this, but I will kill you, and Jen won't prosecute. So I'm just gonna get away with it. It was so.
So, March. Yeah, I was just threatened by another one of this very bitch made, but you do understand that you just characterized this man as being a wimp. So you live in a age of cancel culture. March. Yeah, another paralegal just insulted my character and insisted that she would kill me and that our guy wouldn't prosecute. Whether or not he actually gets them to do something to you, this is how you're characterizing these characters already. That guy's very ineffective and not a threat. Why are you acting as though he was going to be regarded in any other way other than a man in a scene with other intelligent women? Also, what the fuck are you doing with all these beads? What is this?
It's called fashion, Carl. It's pearls, not beads.
More like a fashion don't. Bitch, this is an office, not the Daytona 500. Also, no, I don't care. Why are you blowing smoke with her ass?
She's a simp.
District attorney one day.
Jury. Oh, Garth.
Stick the landing on this case. You will.
I mean, at least pause it before you start Googling shit.
Sorry. I thought I used my separate browser for that.
If it doesn't go our way, you can just Hulk out, blow everyone's minds.
No, that would be bad. You should not use intimidation on the grand jury, because then that would result in a mistrial.
A few months ago, I went on a road trip with my cousin Bruce.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, my arm started to heal. No one thought it was actually...
Yes, that Bruce.
It's all because, I made this little device.
Yeah, we know, bitch. You don't need to remind us about that very popular character from this franchise.
Yeah, and I made this device in my arm so that I, as the Hulk, who's supposed to always now be Professor Hulk, would just be a P-human so that you can get infected in the first place. Because if I'm supposed to have control of my shape-shifting now, why would I just not control it myself, since I actually have control now? it's very dumb for you to say, and now I invented this thing to keep me out of the Hulk form. Because you know what I really want to do on my day-to-day life? Go get a chai coffee and some fucking avocado toast, but not do it as the Hulk. But instead of just controlling it myself, as I've learned to, as I'll teach you to do, instead, I need this device on my arm that simulates an insulin pump. Yeah, that's what I need. I need some overcomplicated technology that I don't actually need.
No, there's also Chet.
Okay.
Okay, so who's Ched Hulk? Who's Ched Banner? Should we look that up too? I'm gonna look that up
Chet
too.
Hulk.
I'm pedantic.
That is such a fake ass. Like, oh, he's got a brother, and we don't know what the fuck to call. What's called Chet Hulk? No, Chet Banner.
So literally a nobody. Literally nobody. They just pulled that name out of nowhere. There has never been a Chet.
So, back to what I was saying before.
America was a virgin.
And you took your eyes off the road in order to say, obviously, Captain America was a virgin.
Yeah, and then instead of stopping, like coasting the car to a stop, or just like stopping on a dime safely, you swerve into the fucking woods and crashing. This fucking spaceship wasn't even moving that fast. You could have just stopped.
Also, why would the aliens do that? Why are there even aliens here? Who are they? Why? Yes, precariously slicing your arm on the very specifically placed sharp edge of the vehicle. When the normal thing for you to have done is to not reach there, and from where you are right here, not put your arm there! How? How do you put your arm there? You literally are already halfway out! Just wiggle! And then worst off is that your arm goes down in the worst CGI fashion! No avoidance whatsoever! Like, just overturned, reach out with one hand, reach out with the right hand, lean out forward, left hand, up and over, nope, slice, slink, shake, right to the vein, right to the artery. Ah, man, that's horrible. With blood that definitely wasn't there a second ago, and we're gonna go back and look. See? Literally, frame, perfect frame. Small little midget of blood. Just small little midget of blood for what's supposed to be blood now draining down your arm if it's staining your shirt. Or in this case, blouse.
Get away from me.
Emitter is bleeding.
Get away.
You perfectly bleed onto her. And just like that, from gamma rays to gamma AIDS.
AIDS!
The plot of the film is that there was a perfect enough surface for her to see a general reflective outline of herself. But we literally can't see that reflective outline because we cannot actually see and tell that her skin is green out because apparently the car itself is green. And apparently she just kept running and running until she collapsed and fainted. Are you assuming that she got taken out by a tree branch? Because that's pretty dumb. All of you, just dead. Because if this is supposed to be a rowdy hole in the mud where guys just randomly walk up to women and try to hit on them, as we're about to see, as all of the reviewers talked about, having an open back door like this, not just dangerous, but extremely fucking dumb.
Yeah, and you could have gone through the front door where there was a woman speaking with a man, where you could have gotten help, like assuming that she was avoiding the front door to avoid any male interaction. But like, if that wasn't the goal, then why not just go through the front anyway and get some help? Because if like I said, my reaction, anyone would have seen you and immediately called the authorities and got you some help.
It's like, oh no, there's a man at the door. I have to be scared of him. He looks big and tough. Look at him. Look at that
Even though
husky
a woman
motherfucker.
even though a woman was just talking to him and not really paying him any mind.
It's like he's sitting there at the door and letters that clearly say no public restroom. But despite that, no, we can't go towards the man. He's big and he's fat and he represents patriarchy. Look at him harassing that woman by doing his job as being a front door security guard. Clearly, her only choice was to sneak in the back door. Like a booty bandit. Okay, so let's study here. Fat black woman, skinny black woman, fashionista black woman, and token Jewish girl.
I don't think that first one is a woman. There's no way in hell.
He does not care about you.
I
You
suppose.
do not need him. Or her. Or them.
Yes, that is what you need to do in this moment. You need to be gender fluid and pronoun accurate.
Yeah, you were probably brutally raped in the woods, but we got to get them they thems. We got to get them their representation.
Black people can sell drugs.
It's like my wife, he raped me with the they them pussy. Wouldn't it be smarter to like clean her face off to make sure that the makeup is better?
No, and I'm pretty sure these women have fucking wipes. If you got all that makeup, you got some makeup wipes, and you can wipe her down before putting on makeup.
Also, wouldn't it be more important for you girls to make sure you get some proper fucking help since you're out of place and you'd have the ability as a group now to protect?
No, because most cops are men. Also, fuck cops. Yeah, you'd think they'd take her home so she can use a phone or some shit, but they just leave her there by herself. The more you think about it, the less sense it makes.
Because this is what happens at normal rest stops / bar dives. You find a random woman in the bathroom on a girls' night, you give her some clothes and you guss her up, send her back home to the person that just abused them. If that's what we are supposed to believe they think. You tell her, oh my god, girl, you can do better than them, but hey, I can't blame you. Good dick, am I right? Yes, clearly, the black must be the one to be the courageous one to approach. Not the guy with the reverse ball cap, and certainly not fucking regular stalking pedo number 569.
What are you doing?
Fine.
You with anyone?
I'm waiting for my ride.
What's your name?
Why are you asking to talk to her more when she just said, nah, I'm cool, I'm just waiting for my ride? Is this it? Is this all we have to offer? Is this what misogynistic men ample up to? Oglers? Jesus Christ, this is fucking horrible. And then we have the fucking fading in buzz line, because clearly every woman, she's just gonna have the adrenaline pumping through her system, and she too wants to Hulk out and just kill these men, right? Girl power! Manslaughter! Oh god, that is horrible. Look at that forehead! Check out the real estate on that bitch! Also, those fucking eyebrows. That's horrible. Those are horrible eyebrows. My god. Her hair went wild as shit, which that's also garbage. I can't tell if it's the lighting or if there is actually green highlights in these hair. It's CGI, but it looks, from this angle, from this lighting, like she has shitty box dye. Also, you are definitely about to murder those men. You are definitely about to murder them.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, they deserved it. They were misogynistic pigs.
Smart Hulk.
Wow.
That is not what you named him. Stop it.
Yeah, I didn't come up with it. You never have a choice with these names.
Where?
You literally do. You literally do. They create
And
names.
plus you were called Professor Hulk before, not Smart Hulk. I think.
Where are we?
Yeah, Tony built it for me a few years ago. Tony Stark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she should know who Tony Stark is. There's no reason for you to have to repeat that name to your cousin, especially considering that if she works in prosecution and she is a practicing attorney in New York City, this fictional New York City, anywhere within the 5 boroughs, I guarantee you she would have been involved in all of the political oversight for, the cleanup effort that caused the Vulture and all of the other villains that would have been the primary backbone of the Sinister Six. Yeah, she would have been prosecuting the fuck out of those cases because of all the tech they would have had their hands on. why are you treating the audience like they're retarded? I know the Disney Plus audience is retarded, but why are you treating all the other people in the audience like they're retarded? You see what I'm saying with the lip color? It's very bizarre color.
You've been eating a lot of pussy.
My blood got
No, you were half awake trying to tell her, look, no, please stop it. It's like a black parent trying to hand off a dish to their child and saying, be careful with the bottom, it's hot, and the child keeps reaching for the bottom. But instead of actually repeating the statement and then getting louder and saying, be careful for the bottom, it's hot, and they keep doing it, you're like, no, stop, Jen, stop, please. No, don't touch my blood. No, oh no, Jen, no, Jen, no, my blood, no.
got into shit.
Where the fuck would she have gotten the dose of gamma radiation? From your blood? Is your blood really that biohazardous? Well, of course it is. No, like that kind of radiation would just cause her cells to degenerate and die. She would die of cancer.
I mean, and doesn't that mean anyone standing next to him would be infected with that? Like, would be like exposed to gamma radiation?
This is like the arc inside the books where Peter Parker, I think this wasn't, or maybe it was right before One More Day, one of the worst comic book runs ever that just refused to let them have a happy ending. Where Peter Parker basically poisoned Mary Jane Watson with gamma radiation from his cum. Yeah, that scenario. There are so many things. There are so many things. That just brings that into question. Like, damn, every single time there's another Disney Plus franchise, that just it's added to the fucking universe. You just introduce another piece of lore that just further breaks the universe as a whole. Mother was right. You guys are retarded shit. Holy fuck. Boy. Does anybody want to explain what possibly would have happened if he was actually fucking Natasha? That would have been wild. Anyways,
Ethel?
the rarity that both of you would have the ability to synthesize gamma radiation. Also, how is your blood radioactive to give her a lethal dose of gamma radiation for that to even be possible? She has never been around you!
Allow us to synthesize.
That basically means your family's bloodline should be monetized for super soldiers. Because specifically your family has the potential for this kind of gamma synthesis. Literally. Your blood, her blood, your parents' blood, any person who's directly related to you, children that you may or may not have. Like, literally, you should just be donating your semen to the fucking government. Or maybe don't. Homeostasis is part of the shit, but it's a word in physiology. Somebody in the fucking comment section will probably figure it the fuck out and knows what I'm talking about. The process that allows her body to synthesize and remain in perfect harmony without causing any cellular degradation. That word. Their bodies are able to turn the gamma radiation into something that is able to basically allow their body to survive with the same supplemental energy that we get from food in their breakdown process of energy.
The way it synthesized gamma, I was able to use it to completely heal my arm.
Yes, the way that her blood specifically used it. She just synthesizes blood better than you. Oh my god. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, also, that fucking face. The MCU. Wouldn't it be better if a woman was doing it? I'm getting my fucking tamales.
That little device thing that you had that kept you as Bruce.
That device was a prototype. It was calibrated
Great.
specifically
Make
to me.
me
And
one. For me. Calibrate it to me.
can't do it,
Yes,
Jen.
you can.
Jen, I have been struggling with this for years. The best.
You literally can be able to attempt to make a new device for her and calibrate it to her. There is literally no excuse as to why you would not be able to then reproduce your prototype and then make a beta model that is smaller, more compact, and more discreet for her. That is literally how science is done.
Yeah, I was gonna say something regarding that, but I'll let you discover. I'll let you discover it on your own.
If it's what I think they're gonna do, I'm gonna be so fucking angry.
I don't know
That's
what you
just-
think it is.
It's already fucking stupid. Like, the idea that you can say that it's impossible for you to make another one is bullshit. You literally have access to Tony Stark's fucking technology. You have also access to Spider-Man. Assuming that Peter Parker is willing to talk to anybody, which technically, at this point in time, No Way Home would have happened. But that's not saying that you wouldn't have the ability to talk to Spider-Man. You would just not have the ability to know that he's Peter Parker. You would literally be able to contact Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is an Avenger, and say, hey, I need your help with a science problem. And that's all it'd fucking take. But okay, we're just gonna pretend that you have no ability to contact them whatsoever, that you're just disconnected, and that he's a solo hero that's street level now only. Okay, got it. Whatever. You have the ability to work with Friday, the replacement for Jarvis, if not a clone copy of Jarvis, to simply do the math for you! You stupid bitch! Technically, I'm yelling at Smart Hulk here, so, you stupid bastard!
What is it? What do you need? You feeling better?
Yes, that was actually a hilarious cut, because you know what helps women get through their stress and their nerves? Feeding them. You heard it here first. It was Marvel approved, guys. The way for you to help a woman through a stress panic attack? Put food in that bitch's mouth.
Triggers are anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
All right, then, let's try this.
Anger and fear is the baseline of any woman existing. Anger and fear of what?
Men, of course.
Does that include fathers?
Probably. Yes, just men, Carl. You know what the deal is at this point. You know what this procedure is.
I'm pretty sure that'd be some pretty fatherless behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like it's settled in.
Also, I'd like to address something that should become very obvious. And I'm just going to fast forward through this because it's not necessary to look at the scene in real time as it happens.
It's incredible. You don't have an alter ego. You're the only one in there?
As far as I can tell.
Right here, looks garbage.
Mm-hmm.
In stills, it looks fine. But when she's moving, she looks garbage.
It's huge, and I
Mhm.
think I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling? You don't have another guy to wrestle with for 10 years.
Cool.
Bro,
She walked
you know,
across the
there's
room.
$1 million worth of damage
And only then
back there.
does it look good. I don't know why that is. It's very clear that all of this is CGI to begin with anyways, except for the forced standing environment.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that it's CGI because of the way that her hair is tracking, and that when her hair walks in front of this panel, you can see the feathering outline of whatever fucking green screen effect they have going on here. Like they didn't
Mhm.
properly fucking matte in and mask in the body standing in frame. But it feels like at times they had a physical real world reference in the screen. Like an actress walking around in proper fucking full makeup and shit. And it makes it look weird because the way that the light is hitting her body looks correct in these scenes, but every other time where she's had lighting, either in light or in shadow, it just looks terrible. Again, you probably should have spent some of that budget you put inside of Moon Knight on this show. Just a little bit.
Or Natasha for a little while would tell me a lullaby.
Walk me through how that worked again.
I don't have a great explanation for it.
Okay, it seems
It would arouse you and your brain, which would constantly switch off because the sun was getting real low and that moon was coming out real big.
like the common thread.
At the same time, first we're gonna practice some mindfulness with a few yoga things.
So how the fuck did she get out of the fuck? Oh! Oh my god!
I mean, it might be the next day. Like, to be completely fair.
Boulder toss. He's gonna toss a boulder, not a big deal.
Me?
Yeah, just grab a little boulder and take it easy on this person.
Difference is that when he threw his arm, he threw it with a straight arm parabola. You threw yours with an overhand receive. So it's just going to fly further just on basic fucking math. If he actually wanted to chuck that shit, you gotta chuck that shit. This is very stupid pedantic humor to try and girl boss your way through this. Please stop this.
Yep.
Example. Proof. Carl, isn't it mean that no, they're being assholes on purpose because they're. I'm not stupid. I know what subversion looks like.
Very good.
Just trying to show you how it's done.
I'm shown.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that. You don't get in character and also in writing say, "Come on, he's just being misogynistic now. You don't need to flex on her." Yes, he does. Yes, he does. She's being pedantic and also fucking what's the other word? Pedantic and patronizing at this entire time about being taught how to control her abilities. She deserves to get fucking flamed. She deserves to be flamed.
The Hulk asks for balance.
Haha, we're proving that she has better flexibility. She's a woman. She would have the advantage of flexibility while he has the advantage of strength. Literally sexual dimorphism in Hulk. These are not gotchas. What is this bullshit?
Little punk.
That's actually funny. Okay, how is it that he looks okay in this, but in this lighting, she looks back like she's dressed for a
I
fucking
think
state
we
play
know
of the Wicked?
why. Carl, I think we know why. Because these are models for the Hulk that they use from like when the MCU was good, and then she's just some turd they just recently plopped out of their ass. That's why.
The problem is that for some of these scenes where they're sitting down, they should have the ability to have polish on this. She looks like she just got into face paint and is going under the lights for the first time for a stage performance of Wicked. And even that shit looked better!
Built this far by hand. Legitimately do have a life to get back to.
I know I've been pushing.
And
you
he
through a lot,
doesn't?
but being a superhero.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna let this scene play out in full and then I'm gonna fucking roast it.
Controlling my anger. I do it all the time. When I'm catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it pretty much every day because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult or might just literally.
Nick, what the
get
fuck is this?
So I'm an expert.
What
at
is this
controlling my anger
cringe ass
because I do
bullshit
it
that you have produced on my
infinitely
fucking
more
screen?
than you. So
Nigga, have you lost your goddamn fucking mind?
onto me.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you have no sense, no understanding, no compassion for normal people in this fucking world? Are you that far gone? MCU, wouldn't it be better if a woman was yelling at you? Alright, so, controlling your anger. If you don't control your anger and rage, you'll get called emotional. Yes, especially if you're working in a career as a lawyer. Being called overly emotional and too attached to a case when you should be able to remain reserved is a part of argumentation. We do it all the time, not just as content creators, but also as internet personalities, where we have to ride the line between our emotional vacuity and whether or not we are just literally too tied down or not tied enough to something. However, amongst all that other bullshit in there, you said something about literally get murdered. You'll literally get murdered as a woman if you show your anger? No, you won't. You'll literally be called a queen and then be told to do it more. Because that's what Drew Follow does. Women like her and other content creators across every single platform that exists, including things with YouTube, where people can quite literally show their anger and their rage, call people misandrists, call them misogynists, call them man babies, call them literally Nazis, call them literally racists, call them chuds, call them whatever the words BreadTube are allowed to say, which I think is like 9 words at any one time, and only like in a rotation. So like they can only use chud and then incel freely, and then every other word they have to like get enough points to earn the privilege to use it, and then it's only like a limited number of uses, especially if they happen to be white and male, then those uses get turned down a couple notches. But no, you won't get literally murdered for showing your rage. if you ever get criticized, it will only ever be after the fact. And then people will say, well, look at the scenario that she was in. And being catcalled and putting that in the same category as getting literally murdered. Oh no, these people who I don't have to listen to. Oh my God, they started talking to me and they said that I looked good. They said, oh, hey chica, look at the ass on you. Shut the fuck up. Buy a gun. Learn self-defense.
All right.
Also, but she demonstrated that she was in control by turning into the Hulk and then turning back. Okay. That doesn't mean that she has the discipline to be a Hulk. He was teaching her discipline. She does not have discipline, as she demonstrated by not respecting his process. Would she at some point start pushing him and say, look, I've done the training, may I please go home now? Yes, she can. But Carl, the next scene, fuck the next scene! You're supposed to be a lawyer! There's a process to shit! You don't know anything about this! But you're assuming that because you happen to have particular control over things, that it means that you're ready and prepared? You deserve to get put on your ass for that! Bar none! If this was a competently written plot by either the Russo brothers, or at the very minimal least, something that you gave, oh, I hate that I'm about to say his name, Joss Whedon, and then handed it to Taika Waititi and told, hey, punch this shit up and make it funny, because Lord knows Taika Waititi cannot control himself when he's given control of a project. The scene would have her rant, and then her do this, and then get her ass pounded in a fight. While he continues pounding on her. Like, where people have been saying, I think this is going to be a return to a Savage Hulk, and maybe we'll get Worldbreaker Hulk. Nigga, it should. It should irritate Bruce. It should irritate Bruce that his cousin, who he now feels a responsibility to, believes that she has full control of shit when he knows he fucking doesn't. And it should infuriate and insult his intelligence and his pride on a level that irks his nerve since ever being stuck on Sakaar. It should piss him off. And her pissing him off should give him the ability to get to the first level of Worldbreaker Hulk. Because why would you say that to somebody who has basically been denied love, affection, connection, and humanity? Hunted for most of his life, because despite many people wanting to bitch and whine and moan, Edward Norton's Hulk is fucking canon. They're the same character. May not be the same actor. He got himself a case of the Terrence Howard. But no, they're the same character. So you don't get to sit there and bitch and whine and moan. I don't care how much of a fucking male feminist Mark Ruffalo's character is. And Mark Ruffalo himself. But no, they are the same character. They have lived trauma and tragedy. You don't get to shit on that and walk away from these hands.
I'm not you. I'm not gonna become you.
You already are him. Shut the fuck up.
I don't need to join some secret government contractor squad and have my entire life taken away from me.
Hulk didn't get to have his life taken away from him by a contract squad. He literally fell into this shit trying to protect people he loved, particularly from the father of the woman he was in love with.
My life wasn't taken away.
Really? Oh, so you didn't wind up alone? Hiding away on some remote beach with no friends, no relationships, never...
So he was here with Tony Stark during the time period which would have been the fallout from Age of Ultron and Civil War.
Seeing your family and definitely not dealing with a decade's worth of trauma?
He definitely was dealing with that trauma and usually doing it alone until he actually had the Avengers to fall back on as a secondary family.
Why would you want that for me, Bruce?
He's not telling you to disconnect yourself from your friends and family. He's telling you to basically take a Superman trip. Take a Superman trip to the Fortress of Solitude and come out prepared to deal with the world. You know, like Superman did. Take the time. Do the steps. Let him be your grandfather.
You're a cautionary tale.
That's the price you have to pay for keeping the world safe.
It's not wrong that I am choosing to help people in the way that I've always wanted.
You are not helping people. You are helping the state. You are a fucking prosecutor for an office that tries criminal cases. You are paid to put people away, not to help them. You might think you are helping them in the roundabout way. I took the criminals off the street, and therefore now I'm helping the modern public, but you are not helping people directly. That would require you being where the work starts. That's like saying, I donated $1 million to NAFTA. That means I should have the ability to ignore when these kids come to my door with these fucking black and white boxes that they used to make video games or Cartoon Network for. No, I'm thinking UNICEF. Anyways, same thing. You don't get to say, I did my job. No, hands on, bitch. Hands on. He's about to get these hands on your ass.
You just say a bunch of mean things like that and then take off?
Yes!
The privilege of being a woman, never having to take accountability or responsibility for your actions. Damn, where did I get that phrase from? It's almost like I'm quoting the script. Damn, wild. But it's okay because she's a woman. She's allowed to run away from things. Start the shit, but never actually finish the shit. Also, you are the Hulk. How are you being bowled over by a Jeep? How are you being bowled over with such force to throw you into a boulder?
Enough dialectical behavioral bullshit!
Also, your hair was up in a ponytail. Did your hair sporadically just spring itself out of the fucking hair tie? Like an erection freeing itself from someone's boxers and just over the screen? Oh my god, I clapped when she transformed and hit him in the face. Oh, your hair's up and raving! Oh lord, not the surfboards. Oh no, not the lobster trap. Oh no, not his glasses. And oh my god, your fucking face looks ugly. Please, do not open your mouth that large unless it's for Monster Dong.
If you want to go back to life as a lawyer, I respect that.
Thanks. He doesn't mean that.
Who are you looking at? Why are you talking out loud? Stop this!
I'm a much better lawyer than I am a Hulk.
No.
So you're saying that being a lawyer is all about being a bitch? Yeah, you'll be perfect at this job.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Random woman!
Right now, in front of everybody?
Yes, right now in front of everybody. Take it all off, Jen.
Oh, God, I really like this outfit.
Then you should have bought 2 of them. Get the fuck up and let's go, bitch! Let's go!
Who the hell are you?
Also, why does she have all this fucking makeup? This is not what the character looks like in the comics at fucking all. She looks like a clown about to go to a rodeo show.
I would tell you, once again, I would tell you why, but I'll let you figure it out for yourself.
I don't want to know why actress from The Good Place, the show that Poe can't stop fucking coming himself over because he wants to be like the black character there, is here and why she looks particularly like that, but she looks like she is a humanized Pokemon. Specifically, Jinx. What the fuck is this Power Ranger sidekick? What is this shit?
Jennifer Walton, attorney at law.
Also, roll credits. What is this shit? What is this?
She couldn't even stay steady. The wire work was so shit.
Bitch, straight, kicking leg out, other leg back for support, lean up. That's all you gotta do.
Also, her fucking ankle is crooked, so the foot is crooked.
Oh my god, you're just burning money for no reason. Yes, clearly we should use Little Kim's music right now as a wonderful...
That's EVE, motherfucker.
They're both the same to me.
No, they're not the same.
No, they're both the same to me. They're both mid.
I'm ready to give my closing argument now.
Also, that's the kind of thing that you would actually save for like a last episode. Wow. That was garbage. Oh my god. First episode garbage. Ew. Avengers. Is this supposed to be a case of evidence?
It's a joke.
Of a...
It's a joke from one of the episodes. You'll see it when it comes.
Why are they including a fucking cinematic joke that doesn't even have context yet?
Because they're idiots.
All the visual effects supervisors are women. Okay.
No wonder it's. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Yes, the fuck you did. Yes, you did. So here's the problem with this characterization of She-Hulk so far. I actually had a conversation with Aiden Paladin the other day on my Versus chat, like late into the night as we were wrapping up on that fucking first of the 3 signifier videos that we have to get through, because you're going to be present for the other 2. I cannot do that fucker alone. Oh my god.
I can't do that fucker alone.
Shut up.
I think I believe the contrary. I believe you can.
Yeah. The problem with the sensational She-Hulk is that it was a product of its time, which is the thing that people do not understand when it comes to these female variations of superheroes, when they like to say this hero, that hero, and they say, well, what's the comparison between the two of them? They're just literally the same. No, they are not. The Hulk and She-Hulk are manifestations of the character's innermost thoughts and demons. In the case of Bruce Banner, it is his anger of the world being turned against him and feeling that he is being punished for the crime of existing. For She-Hulk, because of the way that her character was written, it was actually an extension of the opposite side of the female spectrum of problems. Not the same problems, but different problems, and viewed through the very serious lens of how women are viewed. Namely, Jennifer Walters being this mousy, reserved woman who simply wanted to have a simple, quiet life, who did not think that she was the best looker, and She-Hulk, her alter ego, effectively being a giant Amazon with all of the looks and all of the strength that she felt that she was not given in her former form. And that she looks like that because that is how her internal fears manifest. So, no matter how good Jennifer Walters in this variation of the story feels, the story, the writers, the scenes, the composition of the arcs, and how you choose to make the character look tell me that Jennifer Walters believes she should have longer hair, a bigger size, bigger tits, a bigger ass, and everything that goes along with an enhanced physique of a gamma-radiated human. So, this is a great shot to demonstrate that. Now imagine if she actually carried herself with that confidence and felt warranted as she got better in touch with herself and how she felt about how she appeared. Because in your first episode describing how she came to be this character, you didn't spend a single bit of time focusing on ever calling out, wow, Jen, you like fill out as a Hulk. It wasn't mentioned by her cousin, wasn't mentioned by her fucking sexist and masculine coworker who's more worried about his life and protection than being able to even jump out of the moment and be the misogynist you've written him to be to say something so out of fucking pocket. No, not a one. Just literally Hulk raging monster, but also she looks very beautiful, guys. I already know, because it was in the trailer, that you're going to have her go out and use her body to entrap, I don't know, female Hulk entrapment? Is that a word that we can use here? Female Hulk entrap a man across totally not tender to get sex from him, right? I know this is going to happen. However, not a single bit of you have addressed the very obvious elephant in the room, which is she is a raging bitch. She is a horrible person. At least personality-wise. The fact that she looks the way that she does is probably a best great expression of a big green monster in the form of self-imposed envy. She's not envious of other people. She's envious of what she thinks her potential should be for herself. She is, a very nice word, vainglorious. She is vainglorious. She is too full of herself and needs to be brought down a peg. Since we're clearly not going for the arc of she needs to learn how to control her powers, she has to get the arc of she needs to learn not to be so self-absorbed. If she does not get a pounding, not that kind, between now and the last episode, you have failed to humanize her as a character. I want nothing but the worst for her. And nothing but trash coochie and trash dick.
You're not drunk?
Captain America! Fuck!
They filmed this in my state.
Damn you, your state, and their tax breaks.
Damn you, historical districts! Why do you have to be so economical?